Guys Cornered here. Today we're going to be talking about the Lumia 950 and its mistakes that it made in the past, just like the Surface RT. So to start off with, we are going to look at the specs of the device. The device is actually really nice. It's got a 5.7-inch quad HD display, 2560 by 1440, and you can take a peek at the picture right there. It's actually a really nice looking smartphone. It's actually got a 20 megapixel camera in the back, which is quite nice. And it's got a octa-core processor, which is great, except that it's Snapdragon, and they didn't decide to go with Intel, and that's where they made the mistake. Now, they offer a feature on it called Continuum. It's either Microsoft or Windows Continuum, and what it does is it allows you to plug your phone into a docking station and connect it to a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. And it's actually really nice looking. So you can see there's a picture of it being connected, and you can see that full screen Windows experience. So what did they do wrong? Well, they introduced a awesome idea, but the processor they used is not compatible with the traditional PC apps. Now you might be saying, well, okay, well, I could still use the Windows 10 apps from the store now that they've developed everything and made it kind of nicely universal, and yes, you could. But in my opinion, that's going to confuse people, and there's not that many great apps in the Windows Store if you've been there lately. It's basically, in my opinion, not really well developed and cared for as well as iOS and Android. So that's one issue. The other issue is that you're going to confuse people. People are going to think that this thing is a PC. They're going to connect it up. They're going to think, okay, I could run this particular program that I always ran in the past. I can run anything that I would be able to run with a normal PC, and you will not be able to do that. Big mistake. Huge mistake. So Microsoft in the past made something called the Surface RT, which did the same damn thing. It couldn't run any apps that weren't made for it in the App Store. It ran a traditional desktop version of Microsoft Office that was specially developed for that tablet, and anything that was developed in the App Store, you had to get a special app for. Now, that changes with Windows 10 as it's universally accepted, but still, it's very limiting when you have a very poor ecosystem and a very poor App Store, in my opinion. So that's kind of my issue and my gripe with this. And the reason why I'm really kind of like wondering what the hell were they thinking was because Microsoft could have used an Intel-based processor. They could have used an Atom processor. And the reason why I argue this, and other people are like, oh, it's because of battery life and you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. That's not true. They released, Google with Android is actually, they produced an Intel-based smartphone for it. They actually made it coded for the Intel platform. So why can't you make a simple Windows phone that runs off of the x86 architecture when Android can? You can make an operating system that runs off of the x86 architecture, no problem, but you can't make a smartphone operating system off of an x86 platform. It's just, that's what confuses me. And if you say battery life, I'm going to kill somebody. Because here's the thing, you don't have to run the full x86 apps on the physical smartphone itself. What I mean by that is when you need that extra juice and extra power, that's when you plug it into the dock, and that's when you can run those apps. Because obviously, no one's going to really, well, I'm not going to say no one, but the optimization for an x86 app on a smartphone is not smart. But if you plug it in as a desktop, it should be able to run these apps and run them well. And that's my opinion. That's why I think Microsoft kind of failed. They made this more into a Surface RT-like experience when you plug it in and dock it than you do with a PC experience that they're trying to tailor and make it sound like it's for. Now, this product could do very well. I'm not going to say that it's not going to do well, and I think the concept is really cool. Except, yes, it's really cool, but on a Windows platform with a Windows App Store that, in my opinion, is just terrible, it's just not going to be well optimized. It's not going to be well received. That's my mindset for this. So anyways, guys, after going on a long banter, it's a good phone, and I'm sure some people are going to pick it up if you like the Windows Phone experience and like the apps So that's kind of my mindset with this, is that I just don't get why they didn't develop a x86 based version of that smartphone. And maybe they will. Maybe they'll call it the Surface Phone, even though that hadn't existed and was a false rumor. Who knows? But anyways, guys, let me know how you like this video. This is a different shot video. It's actually shot from an iPhone 6 Plus. Excuse me, not a 6 Plus, but a 6S. And we'll just see how it goes. But thank you for watching this video. I'm going to continue to upload more videos and try to keep them brief. So thank you very much.